Ferrari acknowledges that due to many engine failures in the first half of the 2022 season, it was compelled to lower the power of its Formula One engine. Between the Spanish Grand Prix in May, where Charles Leclerc retired from the lead, and the Austrian Grand Prix in July, where Carlos Sainz's car caught fire, the team experienced catastrophic engine failures in 3 of the 6 races. Leclerc's engine also broke down at the June Azerbaijan Grand Prix, which made him have to start from the back in Canada because he needed a new power unit and exceeded his allotted number of units before the season's halfway points. Were these the biggest mistakes Ferrari made during the season? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section down below. So Ferrari's primary competitors, Mercedes and Honda, operate larger turbochargers than the Ferrari engine, which provides Ferrari an edge during acceleration, but necessitates greater component speeds to match the engine's power output. As a result of the thin air at high altitude, placing components in danger of failure, team principal Matteo Binotto said Ferrari lowered the speed at which its engine's turbo ran during the Mexican Grand Prix in October. All turbos must work harder to deliver their typical output in such conditions. This had a huge negative impact on the team's performance and left it stranded between the Red Bull and Mercedes up front and the F1 midfield. Leclerc came in second to Max Verstappen in the season-ending race in Abu Dhabi, when Ferrari defeated Mercedes. Binotto also acknowledged that Ferrari had to slightly lower the power of its engine in response to the early season mishaps. This helps explain why Ferrari's title campaign to Red Bull crumbled after the Hungarian Grand Prix, along with poor tyre management and a lack of in-season improvement. Better engine reliability has been designated by Binotto as Ferrari's top priority this winter. Binotto's own status as the head of Scuderia is reportedly in jeopardy this winter due to rumours that Fred Vasseur of Alfa Romeo will take over. That's our top priority, because in order to win, you need to be reliable, and that has not been the case in the season, as a balance of the season itself, Binotto said. The second is the speed of the car, because while we've been very competitive in quali, that has not always been the case in the race itself, and our race pace, whether it's from tyre degradation or pure race pace, was not sufficient for a better position. If you develop a fast and reliable car, yes, you may do mistakes on strategies or pit stops, but you can always compensate through the fact that the car itself is fast and reliable. So that's where we need to put our effort. But Ferrari can, in Matteo Binotto's opinion, be happy with the results of the season. The team boss observed that the formation improved significantly from previous seasons, despite not competing for the World Championship until the end of the season. Red Bull Racing was taken by surprise by the Italians at the beginning of the season. As a result of Max Verstappen's retirements, Charles Leclerc advanced to the lead of the World Championship. However, Ferrari lost its hold over the remainder of the season and was unable to overtake Max Verstappen. In terms of development, Red Bull had a clear path, which was reducing the weight of the car, which was not our case, and they knew what to tackle to get performance out of the car, Binotto explained. For us, it was more complicated, because it was more through aerodynamic development and trying to improve the car. In order to retain enough money for the 2023 car, Binotto's team opted to halt developing the car in some areas during the current season. The Italian finds it difficult to tell whether he made the correct decision, but he still stands by it. If I look back, the development we did was not sufficient. We stopped very early because of expenditure reasons, and that is something we need to review. Have we made the right choice by stopping so early in terms of priority between 2022 and 2023? Only 2023 will tell us what was the right choice. Even though the development of Ferrari was stopped quite soon, Ferrari ultimately finished this season in second place among constructors because to excellent performances from Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz, as well as the retirement of Lewis Hamilton. Since 2019, that is the team's best outcome. Leclerc subsequently comes in second place among drivers, a feat that hasn't been accomplished by a Ferrari driver since 2018. All in all, Binotto thinks there is cause for satisfaction. Overall, I think we deserve it, said the team boss. This is not only the outcome of a solid weekend, but the balance of the whole season. We made the right choice in strategy this time. We managed to trick Checo Perez into an extra pit stop. That worked very well for us. So I'm very happy with how the team worked this weekend. Yet, Binotto also acknowledges that there might have been more in it this season. We're still not the best team. We don't have the fastest car. We started well, but through the season, we made some mistakes up and down that we really need to work on. Being competitive is one thing. Winning is a completely different step, and that is the most difficult one. I don't think it's one specific area we need to adjust. We need to improve in every area. But those improvements could be made under the new management of a new team boss, as the current campaign could be Binotto's final as Ferrari's team manager. According to rumors, Fred Vasseur will succeed Binotto as the head of the Alfa Romeo squad in January. Binotto declined to comment on this when asked about it. But what will those improvements look like? Charles Leclerc expressed his confidence for the forthcoming season during the FIA press conference. Leclerc admitted that the Italian structure was difficult for him on 3 fronts, but he now believes that the team has made significant strides forward recently. Reliability has been a problem at one point of the season, which we paid the price for later on with penalties and other things, he said, after which he also addressed the strategies. I think we've done too many mistakes at one point of the season. Finally, he believes that Ferrari's tyre management contributed to several issues. Leclerc contends that if he wants to continue competing for the World Championship through the end of the year, he must immediately forget about the current season and focus all of his work on 2023. I felt like strategy has been definitely a step forward in the last few races. As I was saying before, difficult to show because we don't have the pace that we had at the beginning of the year, but the way we communicate, the way we take decisions is better. That certainly gave Binotto some hopes to keep his job, right? If Binotto stays for next year, he has clear objective for Ferrari in 2023 to increase performance and reliability. Therefore, a technological examination serves as a foundation for all decisions, with the F1 replacement 75s expected to be better in every manner. We will certainly have to improve in terms of strategies and pit stops, but the basis remains the car. This year we were very fast in qualifying, a little less in the race, Matteo Binotto added. The head of the Maranello Racing division already has in mind what steps Ferrari must take. We have to concentrate on a faster and more reliable car. Only with that will we be able to be competitive throughout the season, particularly on the side of the power unit, which this year initially showed to be the most competitive. But the many technical issues forced the prancing horsemen to reduce power during the races. Ferrari has the ability to release a lot of horsepower from its power unit, which was constrained to handle the many failures that, as a result, also resulted in grid penalties and so conditioned several race weekends. It will be necessary to improve reliability, and we are already working on this in Maranello, Matteo Binotto rightly confirmed. Next year, we will not only have to contend with Red Bull, but also with Mercedes. At the beginning of the season, I said they would be competitive again, and they did. Matteo Binotto immediately wants to make things clear. Namely, the next year will certainly be a 3-way fight. And a 3-way fight would mean that Ferrari will have to bring their best to the table if they want to conquer the championship. But this does not mean copying designs from the grid, even though other teams have done so to increase performance. We will not copy anyone. The F175 is a great development base for us, and we will stay true to our aerodynamic concept, looking to improve performance in all areas. The Italian-Swiss engineer claims that the increased diffuser and floor edges mandated by the FIA for 2023 represent a considerable change, and that these alterations require special attention. In this regard, Matteo Binotto was eager to emphasize that he still does not fully understand the reasoning behind some technical changes that have been made. These modifications were wanted by the FIA due to an issue which, I point out, no one is even talking about anymore. And perhaps from that standpoint as well, the simply political one, Ferrari's performance in Formula 1 needs to be improved as well. Do you think Ferrari will be able to keep up the performance in 2023? Let us know in the comments down below. Consider subscribing to the channel if you've enjoyed the video. This way, you'll ensure you get to see our content building up to the 2023 season. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.